it makes sense that Netflix would have just canceled the Witcher TV series, just stopped it altogether upon the leaving of Henry Cavill. I think that's what everybody would prefer anyway, whether you're like super into the show or not. It just makes sense, right? Instead of Liam Hemsworth just hopping in, there's no way he's going to live up to that hype. I mean, maybe, who knows? He might surprise everybody, and this would be huge for him in general. Maybe he could get out of his big brother's shadow a little bit, but I don't see that happening. You just can't. You can't out Geralt Henry Cavill, the Geralt superfan himself. There's no way. So anyway, in this article coming to us from Bounding Into Comics, we have here, it says Netflix's The Witcher showrunner revealed they discussed ending the show following Henry Cavill's exit as Geralt. Netflix's The Witcher showrunner, Lauren Hissrich, recently revealed that she and the Netflix team discussed ending the show after Henry Cavill chose to exit the role of Geralt. Hissrich's comments were made in the latest issue of Total Film magazine, as reported by Redanian Intelligence. Commenting about Cavill's decision to leave the show, Hissrich said it was time for him in his life to move on. More like they wanted him gone because, you know, God forbid you have someone on the team who actually cares about the property, that actually wants to see it accurately portrayed, that's actually a fan, because right now in Hollywood, it is just the thing to hire people who are not fans of the work that they are a part of, because they don't want to be accurate in a lot of cases, and they don't want the showrunners to know and to even be aware, as let alone be a fan, because then they're, you know, not going to be able to make what they want in their version of it without getting some sort of resistance there, right? Because I mean, if I were ever at any capacity part of a Tomb Raider production, you better bet I ain't gonna let nothing slide. If they do anything to misrepresent my Lara Croft, I would be saying something. They wouldn't like me. I mean, you see, like with Pedro Pascal and The Last of Us, all that, and how they told the actors not to watch the cutscenes, not to play the game, because they didn't want them knowing. They wanted them just to go in, and it's because they don't try to please the fans. Now, I know a lot of people did like The Last of Us TV show. I did not. And before I hijack this video to talk about that, you are welcome to see the singular video I made about it. And anyway, let's just go ahead and continue into this article. So then she continues and says, I think we've all been mourning this in our own way. We had the choice to have Geralt exit and to end the show, but that's not something that we were willing to do. There's just too many stories left to tell. More like, oh, there's more teats to milk on this cow. That's where I am very curious to know what the viewership's going to be like without Henry Cavill's Geralt. I think that obviously first episode, people are going to really want to see what Liam can do, and they're going to be curious about it. And then who knows? That's either they're going to meme it like crazy because it's going to be bad, or they're going to miraculously surprise everybody. All right. And she also added, they discussed bringing in a new Witcher. If we replace Geralt with another Witcher, we would be going fully away from the books. And I don't think that's what anyone wanted either. Man, they would have been memed even more so, because you know it would have been a woman. You know it. That's just the popular thing to do right now with stuff, is take something with a lead and a notable male lead, and then just have him completely overshadowed by a woman who takes over the mantle. That's kind of been the trending thing to do, but it's just not a good idea. People do not like that, and rightfully so. Cavill announced he was leaving The Witcher at the end of October 2022. He posted to Instagram writing, "My journey as Geralt of Rivia has been filled with both monsters and adventures, and alas, I will be laying down my medallion and my sword for season 4. And this is where everybody was really excited about him moving on to Superman, and of course being disappointed by the news that will not be happening either. I feel like there's so much talent that is way underutilized. And I know that obviously Henry Cavill has some big roles. So people might be like, underutilized, what do you mean? But I'm just thinking of like, think of the 90s, like a Tom Cruise of the 90s or something like that. Tom Cruise still killing it, by the way, but still, it's like he would, if he were an actor in the 90s, he'd be having all those leading male roles like crazy. He'd be getting way more work than he is right now. You know, not to diminish from any of his accomplishments because he's doing great, but I do feel like he is everything that Hollywood hates, and a lot about him is what Hollywood hates. And so, yeah, they're not about that in a world where they're really focusing on emasculating men and where they try to demonize masculinity. Henry Cavill just doesn't fit into their message for that reason. The former Superman actor went on to reveal that Liam Hemsworth would replace him. In my stead, the fantastic Mr. Liam Hemsworth will be taking up the mantle of the White Wolf. As with the greatest of literary characters, I pass the torch with reverence for the time spent embodying Geralt and enthusiasm to see Liam's take on this most fascinating and nuanced of men. He concluded offering Hemsworth some words of encouragement. Liam, good sir, this character has such a wonderful depth to him. Enjoy diving in and seeing what you can find. And also, just, you might want to mention good luck with the production. If you are a fan at any capacity, good luck with dealing with the production on that. Yeah. If they're just going to have total freedom to do what the heck now, they're not getting that Henry Cavill resistance. Oh man, Witcher fans, I feel bad for y'all. We'll see how it plays out though. Cavill's decision to step away from The Witcher came shortly after he teased that he would be returning to the role of Superman on October 24th. He posted to Instagram a very small taste of what's to come, my friends. The dawn of hope renewed. Thank you for your patience. It will be rewarded. #Superman. I still think that's just completely idiotic that he would not reprise that role again and that they changed their mind on that. Apparently they don't want money because they just made everybody happy and excited and then pulled the rug from underneath us. In the video, he said, I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman, and the image you see in this post is what you saw in Black Adam, are just a very small taste of what's to come. So Cavill's return as Superman would be short-lived, as we know. Then this all happened, which that's just embarrassing too. When shortly after even just announcing that, the cameo happened with the Black Adam movie, and then, oh, by the way, guys, it's not going to be a thing. That just sucks. And so yeah, then he got offered a role in the Warhammer. Upcoming Warhammer cinematic universe, bringing it to life, which is also right up his alley because he's a huge Warhammer fan. So I do like to see that, and I hope that succeeds. I hope that goes well, and I hope that his creative input is appreciated because Warhammer fans will be happy for that. So for those of us who are fans of stuff, like me with Tomb Raider, for example, I want to see people involved who are a huge fan. And it can give you a level of trust with it whenever you see that. When it's like, oh, so-and-so is a part of this production. They're a huge fan. I feel comfort in knowing that it's not going to be absolutely ruined. I don't know why Hollywood is so arrogant in the fact that they pick up these properties that have huge fan bases and transform them beyond recognition. We're seeing this with video games too, and it's been happening for a while now, but I just do not understand that. We've seen with Sonic that it's been proven. Give the fans what they want and you will profit for it. But for some reason, that's just not the thing. That's just not the wave. And as we all know, a lot of that is due in part to the fact that a lot of these writers are prioritizing a message and their own woke agendas over actual entertainment. And I guess a TV show or a video game is like a soapbox to them more so than, hey, this is a good creative outlet for people to get some entertainment out of. I don't know. It is what it is. This is just the state of entertainment right now, but with enough of us speaking out against this stuff, hopefully, and especially those of us who are following through with our wallets, hopefully some changes can be made because people are getting sick of this crap. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I will catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.